The Z-Sony saga has had more twists and turns than any of the very popular movies and serials on the Z network. Now, in the latest iteration of this story, NDTV Profit broke a story this afternoon, which was then confirmed by an exchange filing by Z. What we broke this afternoon was very clearly that negotiations are still on between Z and Sony. These good faith negotiations continue, even though a story by Bloomberg yesterday seemed to suggest that Sony was all set to walk out of the $10 billion deal. Now, what we have learned is that not only are good faith negotiations on, but Puneet Goenka and Z are very keen to see this deal going through. The deadline and the clock is ticking. The deadline is 20th January, so the clock is ticking. But the fact is that there has been no official communication from Sony to Z as of this moment to say that they're no longer interested in taking this forward. Another point that that came to us through sources close to the deal is that if it's all called off, everything goes back 2.0. So you go back to regulatory desks for approval, you go back to shareholders for approval as well, and then you start from scratch. Just a quick word of context here. Walking away at this point is not going to be easy for either parties. Yes, the bone of contention continues to be the leadership of the merged entity. Puneet Goenka wants to be at the helm. He says it's not because he wants the chair, but because that's what the shareholders agreed upon. That's not something Sony is keen on. But is it a deal breaker? Well, as the negotiations continue, the question remains who will blink first.